What's going on, people? It's your boy Clever, and welcome to another exciting episode of LIVE.ENJOY.T.V, Live and Enjoy Television, where I take the time to answer your burning questions and just comments about things that are just on your mind and in your soul. So today I have a question that comes from someone who would like to remain anonymous, so I won't mention your name, I won't tag you, and I'll respect your privacy wishes. But this person wrote to me and they said, "Dear Clever, I've been a gymnast for years, and I have always had my dad support me. My father has always been in my side. He's always been at every rehearsal that I've ever been to. He's always been really interested and active in everything that I'm doing. Recently, my father has actually divorced his ex-wife, and now he no longer has interest in the things that I do. He no longer has interest in my day-to-day life, and I want to be there for him, and I want to support my dad, but at the same time, I want him to support me." Now, I completely understand where you're coming from, and I think the key thing here is that your dad is possibly suffering from depression. And what happens is when a person has depression, it's naturally difficult for them to find interest in the things that they once loved, let alone find interest in the things that other people love. So I want you to take a moment and just think about this. Have you ever been in a really, really bad mood? Like something bad happened to you, you're upset, and you look at another person who's happy, you look at another person who is just exuding positivity, and the thing is, you're so focused on what's going on with you and your negativity that you do not want to include any positivity. When a person is depressed, they feel this every single day. A lot of things are not going to interest them, a lot of things are not going to excite them the way that they used to be, and it doesn't mean that there's a lack of love. Now I'm going to be personal with you and tell you that my mom has suffered from anxiety and depression for years, and she still does, and she's coping with it every single day much better. But when I was a kid, there have been so many times where me not knowing or understanding that my mom has depression and anxiety, I've always felt like I got a lack of support from my mom. Because I am an actor, I'm a poet, I've done so many wonderful things, and my mom never cared, or I felt that she never cared. My mom never took interest in the things that I did. You know, my mom was never curious about the things that I did. And to be honest, it always hurt me. It always made me feel like my mom didn't care. It always made me feel like, okay, what do I have to do now in order to get my mom to just notice me? But as I got older and actually realized what depression was, and just realized that it's hard enough for my mom to find joy in herself, let alone find joy in something that I'm doing. So my advice to you is, please do not take it personal that your dad is not there for you right now. Your dad needs you to be there for him in the same way that he was there for you. And it does not mean that your dad doesn't love you. It's just that depression can easily make us lose interest in the things that we care about, and it actually can put a blindfold over our head and make us blind to the beauty that's in front of us. So please just be there for your dad, and also don't stop doing your gymnastics. Keep it up. You know, you have to remember why you're doing this, and also just know that your dad is rooting for you no matter what he's going through. And also, gymnastics is something that's true to you and something that you love. So I want you to understand that though his validation is greatly appreciated, his validation is not the source of why you're doing this. So as hard as it is, just really be there for your dad and keep doing what you're doing, and just have some understanding, and just know that depression makes it really hard for anyone to find excitement in anything. So it does not mean that your dad doesn't love you. Your dad is having a hard time, and he needs you more than ever. This has been Clever. It's another exciting episode of LIVE.ENJOY.T.V. And guys, if you do not want to be tagged, if you have a question that's private, if you have a question that you're a little too embarrassed to ask, I will definitely respect your wishes. All you guys have to do is like, follow, comment, share, leave me questions, leave me responses. No, leave me questions and I'll give you responses. And I love you guys. Extend the love and tell someone you love them today. It makes a huge difference. Signing off.